All right, welcome everybody. Tonight we're going to be talking about the top drones for land surveying and mapping, what you'll need. So, part 107, the difference between fixed wing, multi-rotor, LiDAR, and then photogrammetry. So, again, my name is Chris for anybody that doesn't know, and I'll be your host again tonight. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And like I said, be sure to always have your part 107 in order to fly. It is a requirement. And let's go ahead and jump right in and take a look. All right, so one, like I said, license needed, yes. So if you're going to use the drone for land surveying, it does require the operator to be licensed by the FAA. So obtain your Part 107. So if you're working as a crew, as long as one of the individuals have it, the person in charge, that works as well. All right, so fixed wing or multi-rotor. So there's two basic options that you have out there when looking to do photogrammetry or LiDAR systems. So you got the multi-copters everybody's familiar with, and then you've got the fixed wings. All right, so the fixed wings, they're able to fly about up to 36 miles an hour, so almost an hour of flight time. Use high-quality digital cameras, typically like DSLRs that are in there, and they're great for large parcels or areas. They require a little bit more skill to fly. You can't just stop them if you're coming into an obstacle. You know, you have to maneuver prior to. So, like I said, continuously moving, not stopping, sorry, to check your placement. So you're able to collect data and expand coverage, meaning fewer people in the field in less time, thereby lowering the man cost hours. So like I said, for large parcels, it can make sense. Okay, looking at the multi-rotors. So everybody's familiar with these. DJI is one of the big companies that is out there, like the Phantoms, the Inspires, the MATRICEs. So they hold a variety of payloads, the bigger ones do. Lower starting costs typically. Multiple cameras are used, so you can use photogrammetry. You can do LiDAR systems. They've got like, the multi-spectrum cameras. So you've got a lot of options. You can mount several cameras typically on some of them too, the bigger ones. It's easier for beginner pilots, and they can hover in place. So if you need to stop, check your coordinates, make sure that you're in the right grid or whatever you're doing, it doesn't make it a little easier for you. All right, so photogrammetry versus LiDAR. Everybody, I'm sure, knows this already, but, photogrammetry is basically taking multiple images, compiling them, putting them together to give you that one overlay or image. LiDAR, light detection, remote sensing method using to examine the surface. So if you're doing an open parcel or concrete, anything like that, where there's not a lot of trees and you don't need to hit the ground or penetrate through trees to get to the ground, photogrammetry is a good option for you. If you're doing for coverage, just like the one here, with the mountains and you got the ravine and you got the crevices in between, you're going to want to use a LiDAR system. All right, so one of the most popular ones that they have out there is the Phantom 4 RTK. It is being discontinued, so if you have one, it's great, but they're going to be harder to find. So surveying, mapping, volume measurements, progress images, high accuracy. It's great for inspections. It's a very good drone. It's very portable, easy to use. So it's being replaced by the Mavic 3 Enterprise 3E. So it's a RTK just like the other one is, but it's going to be, the newer updated drone, I guess you could say. So it's collapsible. It's a little easier to carry. You can get the one for inspections, which is the thermal option. High accuracy. It's got the mechanical shutter, just like the other one did, the Phantom. And these are great. Those two are great for photogrammetry. So next we've got the Harris Carrier. So the H6 hybrid is the one I have on here, but they've got, several different drones that can accommodate your needs. It's just a matter of finding out what works best for you and your company. So it's American made, which means you might have more job availabilities to you, where some places or companies may not allow you to use Chinese products. So for this one, like I said, the Carrier H6 hybrid, great. It's a plug and play, so electric and so dual generator, battery powered. You know, able to. I think it'll hold. I think it was 6 kilograms if I remember correctly. So it's got a decent payload. It'll fly for an extremely long time with the hybrid. You're looking at, I think it's hour and a half for the hybrid one. But like I said, if you want just the battery one, they do have that one. They've got several different options that are out there. But you can attach LiDAR systems, RTKs available. So it's definitely a good drone to take a look at. All right, the MATRICE 30 RTK, so kind of replaced the 300. So same type of thing, multiple models. It's the bigger version of the Mavic 3 basically. You use different payloads on it. It's got a longer flight time, does dual batteries at the same time, integrated wide zoom infrared cameras, and laser rangefinders. So it fly in multiple different temperatures as well. And it supports DJI docking. So let's say you're doing a job site where you got to continuously go out and survey the progress. They do have a docking station where you can fly it basically remotely and just have it do its pattern every week or every day or whatever it might be. All right, the Yuneec H520E TRK. So that's one of the other bigger companies that's out there. What I like about this one is the multiple propellers. So what that gives you is redundancy. If one goes out, it'll still fly. It's not going to crash. All right, so several camera options with this one as well. PPK, like I said, 6 rotors for fail-safe. Hot swappable cameras, so you don't have to turn it off. Just turn it back on. Saves you a little bit of time. So that's definitely another option out there for you as well. And then we move on to basically the fixed wings. So the XB or EBX. So again, long flight times, 90 minutes. They're very light. I think they weigh, what are they? Like 1.5 kilograms or something, I believe is what I was reading. So they're a very light body. So they're, can stay in the air longer. So they do have RTK, PPK available. Most of them that you're going to find do not have laser rangefinders though, or can't use LiDAR. Let's put it that way. Most of them right now cannot use LiDAR systems. So the other big one out there, Wingtra, the 1 Gen 2. So again, same thing, flies up to 36 miles an hour, so it can fly for about an hour. You can cover about almost 750 acres in 2 hours. Uses like I said, a DSLR, in this case a Sony 42 megapixel camera. Cameras gives you multiple options, orthos, 3Ds, multi-spectrum mapping, but like I said, they typically don't do LiDAR. So if that's something that you need to do or you're looking to expand into, looking at one of the other companies would be probably your better option. If you want something that can do a variety of payloads, whether it be photogrammetry and LiDAR, looking at the Harris, the MATRICE, the Yuneec, this one as well, these offer good options for you for expandability. If you're doing mostly photogrammetry and that's all you're worried about and covering, looking at the EBX or the Wingtra 1, these are great options for you as well. So if you guys have any questions or can think of a favorite drone that maybe you use that I haven't mentioned, by all means leave it in the comments. We'd love to discuss it with you, or any other topics that you want to cover in the coming up year. Can you believe the year's almost over? I know. All right, so again, just to reiterate, so first thing you're going to need, make sure you got your Part 107. So make sure you got your license for whoever's flying. Next, You've got your fixed wing or your multi-rotor. Those are the two big options that are out there. Fixed wing, again, fly a little bit faster, longer flight time typically. Uses high quality DSLR cameras. Great, like I said, for large parcels. You can cover almost 750 acres in 2 hours. And like I said, it does require a little more skill in order to fly, as you can't just stop it if you've got an obstacle coming up. All right, multi-rotor. So a variety of payloads, like I said, lower starting cost. Multiple cameras can be used at once, and they do have ones that'll use full frame and easier for beginner pilots, like I said, because you can stop, you can move it around, you can adjust left and right based on one location. You can go backwards. You can't do it with the fixed wings. All right, like I said, we all know the difference between photogrammetry and LiDAR by now. Taking a bunch of images, overlaying them, basically to get your large parcel. LiDAR is going to be, penetrating, getting through the woods, the trees, whatever, to get that ground location. Show you the hills, valleys, ridges, water line, whatever it might be. All right, so again, Phantom 4 RTK is one of the most popular ones for photogrammetry. Does excellent. It's got about a 20-some minute flight time. It does really well out there, but it is being discontinued. So they've got the Mavic 3 Enterprise 3E, which is replacing it. So again, for photogrammetry, two excellent drones, small, easy to carry. Then you've got, like I said, the bigger ones, the Harris carrier. This is the H6 hybrid, but they've got other options for you as well. American made, which means, like I said, you do have the possibility of a variety of jobs out there or working with different contractors. Some won't allow you to use Chinese products, so that is an option for you out there. Plug and play holds multiple different payloads. Folds down, it's extremely small when it is being transported, and can deploy fairly quickly. Same thing with the MATRICE 30, folds down fairly small. It's basically a bigger version of the Mavic 3. Decent amount of flight time, and like I was saying earlier, it does offer remote support for remote deployment. So if you're going out and if your company's going out and say surveying the updates and doing it every week or every day, whatever it might be, they've got a docking station that you can use with this one. Makes it extremely useful and handy. All right, next one, Yuneec H520E. So again, hot swappable cameras. You can use different payloads on it. It does have multiple rotors on it. Like I said, one thing that's nice about this compared to some of the others, fail-safe. So if you have one rotor go out on a four rotor system, basically it's going to go down. This one gives you a little bit of redundancy. Then we go back over to the fixed wing. So offering a little bit longer flight time typically out of these, but they're going to use the digital cameras in them, but they don't typically hold or have LiDAR systems that are available right now. So you can do just about everything else with them: photogrammetry, 3D, RGB, thermal. However, they don't have many options out there for LiDAR. All right, again, same thing with the other one, but they can fly fairly quickly, covering, almost an hour of flight time, which is excellent for a drone. And 2 hours, like I was saying, basically covering almost 750 acres. Uses a 42 megapixel full frame Sony camera. So comparing that to, say, the Mavic 3 or the Phantom, they use basically about a 20 megapixel or a little bit higher. So you're getting twice the image quality when you're using, like the XB or the EBX, or the Wingtra. So you get a little higher quality image when you're doing this. They do have the PPK, GNSS receivers, so you can talk to ground stations with the XB and the Wingtra. Like I said, the biggest thing that I found, they don't have a LiDAR system that's capable of being attached as of now, or at least what I could find. But yeah, these are some of the top drones that you're going to see out there, guys. If you have any questions or have seen different ones, by all means, leave them in the comments. Love to discuss it with you guys. Go over, which one you guys use, why you use it, what are the benefits, what are the pros and cons of it. It's always helpful to help other students and other individuals in the field. And again, like always, if you guys have any questions or comments, like I said, leave them in here. Got a new topic you want to discuss, by all means, let us know. We'd love to discuss it with you, set it up for sometime next year. All right, well, thanks everybody for joining us again tonight. My name is Chris with NLC Test Prep. Again, we'll see you next month when we talk about some of the top reasons to obtain your surveyor license. Don't forget, hit that like and subscribe button. Follow us for all the new content coming out. And again, if you guys want to hear about something in particular, let us know, leave a comment. Be glad to discuss it with you.